Hello and welcome back to Novacraft. This is episode 6, and in the previous episode we got ready to build our library for our librarians. So we're going to do that in this episode. I've assembled the resources we need right here, or at least the raw materials, and then we can craft up whatever we need. The library is going to go right behind us, up there, so no point in waiting, let's just dig in. So it's come to my attention that by now, about 4 months into this project, some family and friends have stumbled across these videos or been told about them, and I realized since most of them have never played Minecraft, it might be kind of confusing as to what's going on. So let me just explain really quickly at a high level what Minecraft actually is. It's basically just a giant grid, and in this grid, at every different coordinate point, there's a block. It could be a grass block, or it could be a sand block, or a block of air. And there's probably a few different hundred kinds of blocks in the game. The game is really essentially about taking these blocks and putting them together in some sort of fashion. And there's two main groups of how you put these blocks together. There's technical building, and I'll just call it creative building. Technical building is essentially automation. You're trying to get this building, to perform some process you would normally have to do manually, and that could be something mundane like opening a door, or something more complicated like feeding a villager 3 bread every time the sun comes up, kind of like how we did with our villager breeder. A lot of those kind of contraptions normally have something called redstone. Redstone is a certain block that it really acts like electrical wiring. There's other redstone components that act similar to electrical components like transistors or batteries, stuff like that. And that allows for some really complicated and really interesting things to be created in this game. As I said in the first episode, people have made computers in Minecraft. So there's definitely a lot you can do on the technical standpoint there. I'm okay when it comes to technical building. I'm not that good at the more creative building, which is the other aspect, and that's why I'm trying to work on that this season. That creative building is what you see going on right now. It's not that these things sort of no purpose at all, but it's really form over function. And so that at a really high level is what Minecraft is. Other than that, I wanted to talk a little bit about the video creation process so far. I'd say overall it's gone pretty well. Coming up with ideas for episodes is really easy to do. I mean, I've got a whole backlog of things that I really want to do. Recording the clips and cutting them all together isn't too bad. All you have to have is a little bit of organization as to what's going to go where and when do you need a certain sound clip or picture overlay. And I'm learning a lot of new skills along the way. So I like the actual editing part of it to some degree. The hardest part for me is actually this, the voiceovers. It's kind of exhausting in some ways just to sit here and talk about whatever's going on. I find that when I'm just kind of waiting on an episode, because I have to do a voiceover and then everything else will come together, it's hard to get started on that piece. Probably just the definition of being an introvert, I suppose. But again, overall, I'm enjoying the whole process. I've tried with each episode so far to do something new, whether it's a new, working on transition between scenes or picture overlays or text overlays, speeding stuff up, doing a time lapse. What you're seeing here is actually something called replay mod. It's a modification for Minecraft itself, so it's not something that I'm doing outside of Minecraft, where you can record your footage and then come back later to set up keyframes where you want the camera to be, how you want that to be positioned, oriented at any given time. So it will interpolate between those different markers you set and kind of pan the camera around, which gives it this cool cinematic effect that you're seeing. You can also use it to speed stuff up, slow stuff down. So it's a really powerful tool to kind of do the editing after the fact. Otherwise, you've got to record while you're doing the thing, and make sure that you like the camera angle and everything. So this is a tool that I'm definitely going to be using a lot more. The only catch is, in order to get replay mod to work, I had to upgrade to Minecraft version 1.16. So we'll talk a little bit more about what that means later. But for now, we're wrapping up the library as we're panning in to get one last little look at it. And so we'll be moving in the villagers right after this, and we should be just about done. So here we have it. Our library is complete. And if we run up the steps here, you can see that I brought in all of our villagers, all 12 of them, and wait. Where did these guys go? I swear they were here. I'd been trading with them for a long time. Well, that's really weird. I was just gonna explain how the honey blocks keep them locked in there. But they wouldn't have gone far. They must be despawned or something. This is really strange. Well, okay, well, in theory, the honey blocks, I can just show you, they don't allow you to jump very high. This is as high as I can go, which is not high enough to actually get out. So, as the villagers stand on these things, they can't get out either. Normally they would just jump right up and walk out the door. But I do not know where these guys have gone. That's really frustrating. I wonder if that's a bug. I may also try name tagging everybody's. And actually, these guys, these all have a trade for a name tag. It's otherwise really hard to get. So, okay, I have an idea. I was just talking about how family and friends have kind of caught on to the stream, so I decided to start naming everybody. From some friends and family who have started to watch the stream, and I'm probably missing some people. So if I missed you, let me know, and I'll add your name tag. Or if you're just some random person watching these videos and you want me to name a villager after you, just put a comment down below, put your name down below, and I'll do it, because why not? I'm gonna try naming these guys something, and hopefully that fixes the problem. I also built out a little bit more decoration in the area. We see the nice staircase up to the library, and I extended the boardwalk this way. Built a little retaining wall with some embedded light sources, and cacti up top, which brings us over here to the beach, where we'll be doing, well, eventually some other stuff. One thing we have to do first, on this beach while we're here, we spent a lot of time trading with those villagers, and we got this nice fully enchanted diamond gear. We got all the enchantments and everything, so this is really, top tier gear. And we just have to drop it on the floor real quick and give it a little bit of a rite of passage. And it's gone.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
I don't really want to use too much enchanted diamond gear this season. It's a little overpowered. It makes the game a little easy. I know that's probably famous last words. Instead, I have this turtle shell and these golden boots. Both are fully enchanted, and so we're still going to get all the same benefits of respiration and depth strider and feather falling to make our lives a little bit easier in terms of getting around the map. But we're not going to have all the armor benefits from the diamond armor. Plus, just look how cool we look. There's just one thing I forgot to do. I named all of our villagers after some of our viewers, but I didn't give a name to the most important one, so
I am never going to financially recover from this.
Alright, I might be in trouble, but I can fix this. I have a plan. We just need this guy over here. See? And I just name tag him with my name, and now you can't be mad anymore. Alright, with that, I think we're wrapped up for the day. I'm going to try and figure out what went wrong with those villagers in there, but, at least we have our gear enchanted for the time being. We've got our tools fully built out. So we're set for now, but if we ever need to enchant anything in the future, we're going to have a problem. That'll wrap it up for the day, and until the next one.